Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 Morning News.
Coming up on 6 o'clock, we begin with 2 breaking news stories. Right now, police in Anne Arundel County are searching for a suspect who shot 2 detectives overnight. Police say the detectives are in stable condition.
And in Howard County, police are actively looking for a missing 2-year-old boy. Ethan Adeyemi was last seen running outside of his home in Elk Ridge on Blue Stream Drive. Officers say he is nonverbal but will clap in response to his name. Good morning to you on this Thursday, February 6th. I'm Patrice Sanders.
I'm Tom Rogers, and we'll get to those stories in just a moment. First, we want to begin with the threat of flooding later today.
That's right. Lots of rain out there so far this morning. Meteorologist Jonathan Myers joining us now.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. Taking a look at the roads this morning.
He's armed, he's dangerous, and we're out looking for him.
A manhunt is underway for the suspect who shot 2 officers in Anne Arundel County. Now, those 2 detectives are now at shock trauma this morning. At this hour, the search for the suspect is still going on. In fact, it's widening in Anne Arundel County.
Yeah, Rachel Aragon is live in Riviera Beach with what we know right now. Rachel.
Tom, good morning. Nearly 6 hours later, in fact, the suspect still on the loose this morning. Police say that suspect is armed, and they're not limiting their search just to the Stony Beach area, just about a mile from here. Again, they're broadening their search this morning, as you just said. We know this all happened overnight, starting with a homicide investigation. Again, a very separate case where detectives were looking for a suspect. They found that suspect in that case and followed him, attempting to pursue him during a traffic stop. That's when the suspect fired at the officer, hitting one of the detectives in question. That's when another detective pursued that suspect in the Stony Beach area, where police are searching again for him.
A second detective continued the pursuit with this subject that was shooting at him, chased him into the Stony Beach community, which is behind us. They exchanged gunfire again, and that detective was also shot. So we have 2 detectives shot.
Again, police say the suspect in question is a thin, tall, white male, and again, he is currently armed. As we know so far, 2 Anne Arundel County detectives were shot in 2 different locations overnight, but as we mentioned, both are in stable condition this morning. But again, we know police will give us a further update at 8 o'clock this morning, but we'll be out here, of course, to give you the latest in Anne Arundel County. We're live in Anne Arundel County this morning. Rachel Aragon, Fox 45 Morning News.
All right, thank you, Rachel. Well, this just coming in from Anne Arundel County Public Schools here. They say due to the ongoing police search for that shooting suspect Rachel was telling us about, all schools in the Northeast cluster will be closed for students and staff today. All other schools, though, will operate on normal hours. Police say this all started when officers tried to make a traffic stop in Curtis Bay in Baltimore, right on the line there. Officers say the suspect fired at police near Royal Farms on Pennington Avenue. That's where the suspect shot one detective. Another officer followed that suspect to Riviera Beach, where Rachel was telling us about. In the Stony Beach community is where police say the suspect ditched his vehicle and then ran away. Again, police are looking for a 6-foot-tall, thin white male with possible neck tattoos. And police say he is armed and dangerous. Officers are urging you, if you know anything or see anything, to call 911 if you see anything suspicious.
Stay with us. We will have updates on the breaking news and the search for the suspect all morning long. You can also find the latest information on foxbaltimore.com.
Now to more breaking news now. Howard County Police need your help this morning in locating a missing toddler in Elk Ridge.
Elijah Westbrook live in the neighborhood where that search is going on right now. Elijah.
Yeah, Tom and Patrice, a very thorough search is being conducted at this hour by both Howard County Police and fire officials. This is the scene at this hour. I'm counting 1, 2 fire trucks over here, and then it seems as though some trucks had drove down this street here and focusing their attention now towards this section of Blue Stream Drive here in Elk Ridge. Now, we also saw a water rescue team arrive here as well. The search, they are not just focusing on one specific area, but just really broadening their search at this hour. Howard County Police say the boy was last seen running from family outside his home at around 10:20 last night. Let's go ahead and show you a picture of him. This is 2-year-old Ethan Adeyemi. His family contacted police when they couldn't find him immediately. Police say Ethan is believed to be on the spectrum, but has not been formally diagnosed due to his age. He is nonverbal, but families say he'll clap in response to his name. As you can see by the photo, he's being described as a black male, short for his age, and last seen wearing burgundy sweatpants and a blue sweatshirt with white writing. Now, a neighbor who we spoke to earlier this morning tells us he's been up all night aiding in this search.
I usually go out for a late night bike ride, so I'm pretty familiar with all the cuts around here, the lakes, back roads and everything. So I took the time out of my day to, turn the bike ride into a search adventure.
Now, people in this area are being asked to turn on exterior lights and check their properties for this missing boy. Anyone with information should call 911. Again, back here live, you can see all the police activity and even the fire response activity as they continue to search for this 2-year-old boy. We're live this morning in Elk Ridge. I'm Elijah Westbrook, Fox 45 Morning News.
All right, thank you, Elijah. 6:06, saying Governor Larry Hogan pressing lawmakers in Annapolis to act on the out-of-control crime plaguing Baltimore City.
Now, people are being shot every single day in Baltimore City.
During his State of the State yesterday, the governor urged legislators to approve his crime package. He calls for tougher penalties for violent offenders who use guns, those who intimidate witnesses, and more transparency in how judges sentence criminals. Now, this morning, the governor's bills are drawing mixed reaction.
If there's one thing that we get done in Annapolis, we have to address this crime crisis.
In one bill, he's increasing mandatory minimums six times. He's increasing mandatory minimums. That's doing nothing to help circumvent all the crime that's going on in Baltimore.
Mayor Jack Young says he's going to review the governor's proposals and says he is open to working together.
In a city in crisis, City Comptroller Joan Pratt now under fire for her actions on the Board of Estimates for the second time with questions of conflict of interest. Major contracts in the city are approved by the Board of Estimates, and members of the board are supposed to abstain from voting if they have a conflict of interest. That didn't happen when Pratt cast a vote for her longtime church. 2 years ago, the city sold the church 15 acres of land for $15. The city inspector calls it a conflict of interest, but the comptroller says it was an administrative oversight, and she tells our Jeff Abel that her staff didn't note that she needed to abstain.
So it was an administrative oversight.
Doesn't the ultimate responsibility lie with you, though?
Absolutely. And the process that I have is to go over with the staff and for them to note it.
Well, the comptroller has not been accused of violating any laws and vows that she has implemented tighter controls to ensure it doesn't happen again. Still ahead, 23 mayoral candidates expressing their views about the problems in the city at a mayoral forum downtown. What some in attendance think the city is spending too much money on.
And the bill that could help reduce employee turnover at BWI.
And rain and much milder today, but it looks like we could have some flooding concerns now setting up. I'm going to let you know how long that's going to last for you and how much we're going to see in my Weather Authority forecast up next. Time now 6:08. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning.